We will just delete that one. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, ain't that crazy? Bro, I don't know what the hell happened. I streamed for like 15 seconds and then gone. I don't know what that was all about, but okay. So let's try this again, shall we? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cancel all that. I don't need it. Okay. So welcome again. Jesus freaking Christ. All right. So, like I was saying, within those 15 seconds, let me, okay, I'm live, I'm good. All right. So we're just gonna drop that out of the way and go up to here, take that out. Okay. So, here's the deal. I do apologize for that. I honestly haven't a freaking clue what happened. I started everything seemed fine, and then all of a sudden it just quit. I don't know. It just stopped streaming. So, yeah. So anyways, what I was saying was when you let's say if like, you know, Bungie put it out like 8 hours ago, somewhere around that. They put out an article, which I'm pretty sure majority of you that come across this have already watched your favorite streamer. I know I did, or not streamer, but content creator of some sort, and got to get all the ins and outs. And to be honest, like, I don't know how I want to operate this, so, but just to kind of give you an idea if this is something I'll look forward to doing in the future, I got a little setup. So here on this scene, I would actually pop up this. So I made it so that, you know, if we decided, okay, let's go ahead and read what the article has to say. And just so you know, I suck at reading, but I will do my best. I know that sounds very encouraging. But anyways, let me turn that down just a little bit because it looks like I'm red barring a little bit. Especially when I get really, really loud. So, yeah. So we're going to have this. And basically where, you know, I can actually scroll down, read everything so you can like follow along or whatever. To be honest, I'm not sure if I really want to do this sort of content because, like, I don't want to do the whole, you know, like news or anything. But if I want to have some sort of context, I definitely want to have at least the material to kind of go off of. And you guys could, you know, base all your opinions based on that. That way we can all learn together. So let me, I do want to go into my Discord just in case if somebody feels like they want to join me. Let's see, forward. Gotta put the talc. Okay. So we got the Void 3.0 talk. So we got it set up in the Discord. However, the main event is definitely going to be the article. And I'm going to move this because I really don't have to see myself, but I want to kind of keep a clear view of my Discord just in case if someone does pop in. That way I could see them. And just so you know, like, just in case, if this is your first time here, let me go to my Discord and Discord view, pop it up, and there she be. So basically, this is the Discord, and this is how I do the talk show. Basically, I do to make it easily understandable. I do the Discord, or I basically do the show in Discord and then live stream it to YouTube. That's kind of the best way I can describe how this is going to go. But we all know you're all here for my epic reading. So I'm gonna click on that. Hell yeah. And obviously you can actually go to either if you have the companion app and you want to have the article in front of you, and or if you want to read it yourself, there it is. So this is a closer look at Void 3.0, and it is by the dev team. With the Witch Queen expansion for Destiny 2, Guardians will face unparalleled threats, from exploring the seats of Savathun's power, her mysterious and nefarious, I have a hard time reading, and nefarious throne world, to face the Lucent Brood, hive enemies capable of wielding the light. Players will be tested in ways they have never been challenged before. It's a good thing then that Guardians came prepared, in addition to a new power cap and a host of new weapons and armor to use in the fight against the enemies of humanity. Guardians will also be embedded with a brand new capabilities, thanks to some significant changes coming to the Void element power, coinciding with the Witch Queen expansion. The Void update, what we call Void 3.0, is the first overhaul of Destiny 2 elemental powers to come in year 5. Look for arc and solar changes in the future. So we're going to have changes to all our subclass, and it's going to be basically just like stasis. Which I really love how they do with the whole thing with stasis. Just so, let's see. Void abilities haven't really been developed since 2017, and they were a reaction to the sandbox. That was Destiny 1, said Destiny designer Kevin Yanks. With Void 3.0 and the other elemental changes to come, the team had a set of goals they wanted to attain to bring these classical element powers in line with the challenge level, and balance of today's sandbox, as well as to strengthen the overhaul of fantasy that is at the heart of each element's playstyle. So anyways, I guess to really not like go verbatim on this, I think it's awesome that they are going to be making these adjustments to our subclasses, and it just makes sense, really. And when we obtain new subclasses, besides what we currently have right now, definitely it'll be nice to see, you know, very similar setup. And so let's see. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's quite a bit of good information to be had here. Okay. I guess we'll just keep going. We're trying to codify each of the damage types so that each element has its own world of gameplay that is dominant over, Yang says. For example, stasis is the domain for crowd control. We looked at what void was about, both thematically and mechanically. Void is about gravity, it's about space, it's about the cosmic. That means we want things to feel like you're shooting black holes that drag people in. There's a lot of personality we can draw from that creates cool mechanics. You know, the funny part about it is since I am a crappy ass reader, trying to do this live is it's cringe. Just hearing myself do it. Like, I could read so much better in my head, but whenever I start doing it out loud, it's just like, oh, I stumble on shit. So professional, I know. This is great. The first big void, the first big Void 3.0 change is the introduction of aspects and fragments. First introduced was stasis and beyond light. Aspects and fragments give players more options to choose from when it comes to the abilities they want to use in battle. As with stasis, aspects are class-specific selectable items that give players additional actions they can perform within their elemental subclass. Fragments are non-class specific complementary, I can't even say it. I know that fucking word, but I can't say it. Perks that players can select to enhance how they play the game. How players choose to combine their aspects and fragments is a key component of build crafting their guardian. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. When developing the new aspect for Void 3.0, the team worked hard to center them around new actions, verbs, as the team refers to them, that define what Void should mean going forward for players. It wasn't just like a passive or a perk. It should feel like a new thing that you were adding to your toolkit, Yang said. All of the actions feel like they have a new performance to them. They are reinforcing that core fantasy. Da, da, da. When developing the new aspect for 3.0, oh wait, nope, I just read that. Excuse me. Okay, let's just scroll down to this. Okay, these verbs manifest themselves in the forms of new actions for players to use in the heat of battle. New actions such as the trampers ambush will find the hunter diving and slamming into the ground, weakening enemies and causing nearby allies to become temporarily invisible. Oh, that's so cool. Shatter dive, but void form. I love it. So it's so going to be good in Crucible. I can tell you that right now. Titans will be able to grant barriers to allies and warlocks will be able to summon entities from beyond the void to help turn the tide of battle. Okay, I got a little too into it there. More on these new actions below. Yeah, let's make it interesting. Even though I'm just scuffing this shit so bad right now. None of that was available before the Witch Queen, said Yanks. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He is now forever known as Yanks, which I'm pretty sure that is his name. I'm not sure. The old Void subclass, Diamond system, was rooted around a melee augment, a super augment, and then 2 passives that were done. What we've done is essentially added 2 new sections. Yes, you still get your melee. Yes, you get your super, but now you get 2 new things that either plus up your existing kit or give you something you didn't have before. Cool. When taking elements and abilities from the diamonds and promoted them to full-size aspects, said Destiny designer Samuel Dunn. The Warlock's Chaos Accelerant ability is a good example, where the Warlock can change their Void grenades into powerful versions and throw them. While that's something that's existed before, we believe that the performance and the identity of the ability is strong and feels like a unique ability, enough to stand on its own as an aspect. With the 3.0 upgrade, we're trying to take the cool parts of what already exists and then add in new stuff where we feel like there are holes to be filled. Cool. Before we take a deeper look into each class implementation of Void 3.0, let's align on some terminology. Some Void attacks apply 1 or more for 6 buffs, debuffs that confer a technical advantage to the Guardian. Nice. So we got Suppress, Weaken, Volatile, Invisibility, Overshield, and Devour. There's those. Suppress. The target is taken out of any active ability when suppressed. While suppressed, the target cannot activate their abilities or movement modes. Combatants are disoriented. Weaken. The target takes increased damage, has slowed movement, and it is disoriented. Volatile. The target will explode in a void detonation upon taking additional damage. If the target dies before Volatile has taken enough damage to detonate, the detonation happens anyway. Invisibility. The player vanishes from sight and does not appear on radar. Overshield. The player gains a protective barrier that immediately stacks on top of their existing health and shields and intercepts incoming damage. Overshield reduces the damage taken from PvE combatants. Nice. Devour. The player is immediately restored to full health upon activating Devour from any source and is granted grenade energy. When the player gets any kill with Devour active, they are restored to full health, granted grenade energy, and their Devour buff timer is extended. Cool. Now let's take a class by class look at how Guardians will benefit from the Void 3.0 changes in Destiny 2. Titan. Do we have to? A void enabled Titan is a stalwart shield of the fire team. Whether serving up Warden of Dawn, protective bubbles to withstand furious enemy assaults to change the battlefield. Shields in hand, mowing down opponents, one shield toss at a time. Previously, the two supers, Ward of Dawn and Sentinel Shield, were tied to be one another from a controlled standpoint, so that Titans had to be use a similar input and sit through a chunk of the Sentinel Shield activity animation before the Warden bubble was created. Nice. Obviously, with Void 3.0, the two functions are separated, which means that the Warden of Dawn is now nearly instantly activated. In addition, the Ward of Dawn has been moved to the fastest super cooldown tier, making it much more available to the Titan in need. This change means it's a much better reactionary defense tool, so panic super, basically, said Destiny designer Mike Humboldt. I guess that's how you pronounce his name. So as an example, if a hunter were to jump at you and cast Blade Barrage, a Titan can now pretty reliably activate Ward of Dawn before an enemy super land and survive as a result. So basically panic super. There you go, Titans. All you Titan mains out there, you get a panic super just for that. Just as before, Sentinel Shield will allow Titans to traverse the battlefield, bashing foes with their Void Shield or tossing their shield as melee actions. Thrown shields will damage opponents and apply volatile if controlled demolition is equipped, while shield bash kills will grant a full overshield. Nice. Okay. Once a tank, just tankier now. Shit. There are 3 Titan aspects to choose from with Void 3.0: controlled demolition, bastion, and offensive bulwark. Excuse me if I pronounced those incorrectly. Controlled demolition, hitting a target with a void ability or volatile demolition will make them volatile. Bastion, I believe I'm saying that right. Casting barricade grenades, overshield for yourself and nearby allies. Those bunkering behind the shield will regenerate overshield over time and extend the overshield's duration. And offensive bulwark, while you have overshield or are inside the Ward of Dawn, grenades charge significantly faster, and you have increased melee damage. You also gain an additional shield thrown over your Sentinel Shield super. Cool. Now for the juicy bits, the best part. Hunter. Yes, I am a Hunter main, thank you. The Hunter prioritizes movement and stealth in the heat of battle. Whether it's enjoying a few moments of tactical recalibration, an intense encounter by briefly vanishing after dodging an attack, or setting snares and traps to disorient and slow their opponents, a fight with a hunter is always a study in agility, surprise, and deadly precision. You damn right it is. Thank you. In addition to the Spectral Blade Super, the Shadow Shot variants with hunters are Accelerant. Whoa. Okay. Accustomed. Accustomed. I know that word. Holy shit. Accustomed. Yeah, accustomed. Sorry. To Deadfall and oh my god, that is so bad. Deadfall and Mobius Quiver. Will still be found in the Void 3.0 updates. There are some changes to be aware of. For example, Mobius Quiver will fire volleys of 3 arrows that will now track targets and make them volatile if they are tethered. In addition, the Deadfall and Void anchors that are dropped after Shadow Shot will now pull enemies towards it when it impacts a surface or a target. The Hunter Snare Bomb melee ability will now weaken opponents. In PvP, players caught in the Snare Bomb will have their HUD removed and an obscuring screen effect applied to a short period of time. Yeah, it means you ain't gonna see shit. Alright, hunters will have 3 aspects to select from with 3.0. Trappers ambush, vanishing step, and stylish executor. Or executioner. Should I say? I'm sorry. Executioner. Wow. English is hard. Player can activate Quickfall to spend their melee charge and dive to the ground, creating a smoke cloud upon impact. Enemies caught in the cloud are weakened and allies become invisible. In addition, snare bombs upon attaching to surfaces or enemies cause nearby allies to become invisible. Vanishing step, dodging makes the hunter invisible. All right, we got that. Stylish executioner, defeating a void debuffed target, weakened, suppressed, or volatile, grants invisibility and true sight. So basically a spectral blades setup. While invisible and after a stylish execution, your next melee attack weakens enemies. So it's like we already have that right now with spectral blades. Basically the stylish executioner is like you're crouched and you kill an enemy with a precision kill, and then you go invisible, and then you go and melee a target, and it gives them that debuff. It's basically like the Titan had his thing. If you're just joining, welcome. We're just kind of walking through this whole Void 3.0 ordeal and making fun of how badly I read. Okay, so the next part is Warlock. The infinite mysteries of the universe are the playgrounds of warlocks. When they aren't nose deep in ancient text, warlocks are floating across the battlefield like floaty fairies, healing allies and creating havoc amongst their foes. Void 3.0 fine-tunes these powers, and the warlock's new aspect will, among other new abilities, summon a brand new type of support from the yawning void of space-time. Dun, dun, dun. That still sounds pretty cool, so just let that be known. So the Nova Warp Super, Nova Warp Super lets warlocks quickly teleport from one spot to the next, and players can choose to let loose with a deadly vorpal eruption. With the Vortex Super enhancement, a player's Nova Bomb will now draw enemies into the singularity it creates. Great. damaging them once inside. Casting a Nova Bomb with a Cataclysm enhancement will cause it to travel across the battlefield and seek out enemies. Detonations will shatter into smaller seeker projectiles, and shooting the Nova Bomb will cause it to detonate early. Just when I thought Nova Bomb was just, oh god, it's gonna be worse. The Warlock's melee pocket singularity fires and, let me move my cursor, an unstable ball of void energy that detonates when it's near enemies, pushing them away from the blast and making them volatile. According to Destiny designer Mike Humboldt, he expects this melee will find particular use in the Crucible. Well, yeah. We do a lot of PvP testing, and knocking someone who is trying to shotgun rush you off the map with a pocket singularity is always a good time. Sounds interesting. So, as a Titan and Hunters, Warlocks will have 3 aspects to wield in Void 3.0. Chaos, Accelerant, Feed the Void, and Child of the Old Gods. So, Chaos Accelerant, hold down the grenade button to overcharge your Vortex. Axion, Bolt, Scatter, and Magnetic Grenades. Magnetic Grenades overcharge into handheld supernovas. Oh, nice. Feed the Void. Defeat an enemy with a Void ability to activate Devour. Child of the Old Gods. Cast your Rift to summon a Void Soul. When you damage an enemy with your weapon, your Void Soul will launch itself towards them and detonate nearby. Attaching Drain Tendrils, which deal damage and weaken the target. When your Void Soul deals damage, it restores either melee and grenade energy if running Healing Rift. So I guess you gotta run the Healing Rift. Or health. Excuse me. Excuse me. Or your health if running Empowering Rift. Back to you. Defeating an enemy who is being drained grants Rift energy. Oh, that's pretty cool. Designer Samuel Dunn calls the Child of the Gods aspect a passion projectile for him. Sometimes the team worked on for quite a while to get right. I'm a Warlock main at heart, and I really love summoning little friends like Arc Soul and Bleak Watcher to do my bidding. So I wanted to make sure the Void Soul felt like a black hole, but with a little personality to it. Interesting. Very cool. To complement the class-specific aspects, Void 3.0 will also introduce a number of new fragments, which offer new perks to build upon, as well as add bonuses or penalties to Guardian's intrinsic stats. Here's a look at a few of the new fragments to come. Echo of Explosion, Echo of Provision, Echo of Domineering, and Echo of Undermining. So Echo of Explosion, or Explosion, I should say. Void ability causes enemies to explode. Intellect bonus. Okay. Echo of Provision, damaging enemies with grenade grants melee energy, strength penalty. Echo of Domineering, after suppressing a target, gain greatly increased mobility for a short duration, and your equipped weapon is reloaded from reserves. Discipline bonus. Echo of Undermining. Void grenades weaken enemies. Discipline penalty. Another significant change for 3.0 is that all subclasses will have access to all void grenade types in the game. For example, as a hunter, you'll be able to run with suppressor or magnetic grenades instead of choosing between just void spike or void wall or vortex. In addition, some grenades will see upgrades. For example, the lingering field created by vortex grenades will now suck enemies into it. Ha! Yeah! Let's fucking go! That's awesome. Players who have played Destiny before the Witch Queen expansion will have access to all Void 3.0 aspects and most fragments with the launch of the Witch Queen on February 22nd. Several fragments will be available after the world first raid completion. New Destiny 2 players will earn their aspects and fragments as part of the new light game experience. That I actually like. I really like that. You know, like us that we've been playing for years, you know, we basically get them all right up front. And then if you're a new player, which makes sense, you know, you gotta, you know, learn the game and, you know, go through the grind like the rest of us. That's just my opinion. So let's see. Across all these ability tweaks, new powers, and build crafting options, one theme is clear. The team behind Void 3.0 is focused on giving Guardians the chance to fulfill the fantasy of their chosen class by giving them ample opportunity to do what their class does best. As Dunn puts it, we've built out multiple ways for the player to access and key off their core verbs. Very nice. Thank you. For example, Dunn said, the Titan has several ways to earn an extended overshield in a fight. Use the Bastion aspect to create a barricade to grant overshield to you and your abilities. The shield throw melee can grant overshield and does the void shoulder charge. Shoulder charges back in Crucible again. Just with overshield, the Titan also gets increased grenade recharge and melee damage. As a result of these new build craft options, players can double and even triple dip into these verbs, like overshield for Titans or invisibility for hunters, as Dunn sums it up. It means you can do the things that your class is supposed to do all the time. So being a hunter, you could be invisible all the damn time if you like. Void 3.0 arrives to coincide with the launch of Witch Queen on February 22nd, 2022. And that's it, boys and girls. That is the end. You no longer have to suffer through my exhaustive, very boring, and cringy but there we go. Now you don't have to worry about listening to me talk, or not talk, but read, which I'm very horrible at. But that was fun. That was actually a really good article to read, and kind of give my insights to each of the ideas that pointed out the best to me. I wouldn't mind doing stuff like this, to be honest. Maybe it'll even help with my reading capabilities. So I think this could be something that we could do more often in the future, and possibly get in there where you guys can also give your opinions. Now later on down the road, if I'm reading that and then I gotta read chat and you know, stuff like that. That's going to take time for me to get used to, so that's for sure. So anywho, all right, so we are at 40 minutes, so I'm at least at my past my 30-minute mark. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and just before I shut it down, if you've reached this far, Discord, this is how we do call-ins, if that's something that you would be interested. If not, that is up to you. If you would rather just hang out in the live chat, and I will do my best to read everybody's comments, or, you know, all their live chats, and you know, as we go. And tomorrow will be the TWAB, so we're obviously going to be discussing that. But if you want to get into the Discord as well, the Discord link is in the description. So, and if for any reason you're finding that it's not working, be sure to let me know, so that way I can get it fixed, which I'm pretty sure it still works. Hopefully, or I'll have the same issue that I had before, where I made like probably 15 videos and using a Discord link that no longer works. Who knows? So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and in the queue here, make that done. Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, we all there is an LFG here, so we have, you know, fire team, PvP, raid, and we do have 3 voice channels. So and if you want, it is there for you to use as much as you like. I haven't really looked into too many, like, you know, I like to keep this Destiny focused as of for right now, but you know, later on down the line, if I decide, okay, well, maybe we'll do the whole you know, maybe we'll find another game that we can actually, you know, kind of follow, talk, and everything. Let's take, for example, let's see, what's a game that's coming out? Maybe let's say I seen, oh, what do you call it? Elden Ring. Yeah, we see Elden Ring come out, and let's say that's like something like another MMORPG game that could be like our, or we could do like a survival game or something that would be kind of like our vacation game, I would call it. So let's take Valheim, for example, and I decide, okay, I wanted to do maybe Valheim, and let's do a community thing where we could build up the world, and you know, because it's always good to take breaks. It truly is. Take breaks from Destiny, you know, especially when times are low, when the seasons are down. It's like, you know, when everything, like, you've done everything, which I'm pretty sure we're going to be hella busy for a while, come when Witch Queen drops, and Season of the Risen. So we've already gotten that, so we know what that is all about a little bit. So we'll have so much to do when Witch Queen comes, and but at some point, you know, just like waves in an ocean, you know, you're going to have your highs and you're going to have your lows. So that being said, I definitely would encourage maybe doing like a, you know, vacation game. You know, I could stream it or make some kind of videos off it, something. We'll do something. But I really want to make this, you know, a very strong community, where we can have multiple people that have different thought processes, you know, not just, you know, I mean, I'm a Destiny fanboy. I'm proud to admit it. But, you know, I'm more than willing to listen to somebody who's very critical of the game, you know, and actually have a conversation. You see, I don't like the whole format of trying to have a conversation with somebody like on Twitter or on Facebook or on Reddit. You know, it just doesn't hit the same, you know. It's almost like receiving a text message and taking it out of context or reading it the wrong way. Like they meant it this way, but they really meant it that way. You know, I there's so many times like I'll listen in to a streamer or something and they'll read a comment and they take defense like of whatever was said, and they literally they took it out of context. They read it wrong. And that's why I feel like, you know, it could be better in this type of format. So in order to be able to like have a one-on-one conversation and like almost damn near in person type of conversation. So I think that would be more meaningful. And that's the reason why I started this whole thing, you know, the Guardian Talk Radio, where, you know, it's, you know, a show by Guardians for Guardians. That's what this is. So, but anyways, I think I'm gonna go ahead and close up shop, and let me go to my 1v1 view. So I enjoyed myself, even though that my reading was horrible. I got stuck on a couple words. I could read the word in my head, but like trying to push it out, it's a struggle. So but anyways, and if you know, see that you might like this kind of content, or you want to be a part of this, you know, feel free to hit the subscribe, you know, try to hit me up. You can come through the Discord, you know, whatever. And but anyways, I think I'm gonna call it a night, and until I see you again, Guardians, my name is Armalite, and you stay classy.